Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So today is Monday. It is 16th of September, Bhadra Masa, or Hrishikesha Masa, Shukla Paksham, and the Trayodasi Tithi. So today is the very special appearance day of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakura. So today it is a full fasting till afternoon. It's mentioned here in the calendar. So we shall read few lines from the special Vaishnava days. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur has given us many wonderful poems and songs to help us understand Krishna and spiritual life. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur has written in his Kalyana Kalpataru, O Jahnavi Devi, be merciful to this servant today. Deliver me from my pain and give me a place in the boat of your lotus feet so that I can be sure to cross over the ocean of birth and death. Your Nityananda's energy, your devotion to Krishna and my Guru. Please give this servant the desired priya of your lotus feet. How numerous are the fallen souls that you have saved. So this fallen beggar seeks a place at your feet. The Mahajana Krishnadas, in his song, which begins Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Vrindavan, has prayed for Jahnavi Devi's mercy after glorifying Krishna's name, abode, and associates. Remembering Jahnavi Devi's lotus feet, the lowly Krishnadas sings the names of the Lord. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur has given about demons and the anadas they represent. A brief summary of the demons and the anadas they represent. So in his Chaitanya Sikshamrita, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur gives the following summary of the demons. Krishna killed in his Vrindavana pastimes and the anadas they represent. Of course, we should note that not in all cases Lord Krishna dealing with the demons as such, like in the pastime of Brahma Vimohana Leela. And the lifting of Godna Hill, although he is always dealing with people who have antagonistic mentalities. Number one is the Potna represents the pseudo guru, which may be either a person or one's own conditioned mind. The pseudo guru may appear in one or both of two forms. A deceitful, a so-called guru who preaches sense gratification or liberation or both. In some cases, this may be a person who is engaged in some Krishna consciousness activity but has not realized the course of pure devotional service and tries to give instructions to his disciples beyond his own understanding or without regard for their situations. The inwardly manifest spiritual guide in the form of the mundane empiric reasoning, factually, the material mind is also like Putana. And the number second, Sekatasura, the cart demon, the tendency to carry the cartload of bad habits accumulated in this life and previous lives. He also represents lethargy and dullness. Number three, deliverance of Nalukura and Manigriva, breaking the twin Arjuna trees, arrogant pride from puffed up aristocracy rooted in madness or for wealth. Number four, Vatsasura, the calf demon, a childish type of mentality which gives rise to a type of greediness which results in a wicked type of mischievousness. Number five, Bakasura, the duck or stork demon, cunning duplicity, deceptiveness, and false types of behavior. Number six, Agasura, the snake demon, cruelty and violence. Number seven, Brahma Vimohana Leela, Lord Brahma steals the covered boys and cows, mundane activities and speculative scholasticism. Number 8, Dhenukasura, the ass demon. Dhenukasura is the evil of licentiousness, gain, honor, and aspiration for selfish end, gross materialist intelligence, ignorance of spiritual knowledge. Number 9, Kaliya, chastising the Kaliya serpent. It is a brutality and a treachery. Number 10, extinguishing the first forest fire. That is intercommunal discord among Vaishnavas. Number 11, Pralambasura. Killing the Pralambar demon, lusty inclinations, desire for personal gain or honor. Number 12, the second forest fire. Disruption of religious principles and interference with religious people by atheism. Number 13, correcting the Brahmanas performing sacrifice. Callousness towards Krishna due to pride because of one's position in Varnashrama. Number 14, overcoming the pride of Lord Indra, demigod worship, and the tendency to think I am supreme. Number 15, Nanda Maharaja stolen by Varuna, thinking that spiritual life can be enhanced by intoxication. Number 16, Nanda Maharaja delivered from the snake, rescuing the truth of eternal Krishna consciousness, which has been swallowed by impersonalists. Number 17, Shankachuda, killing the conch shell demon and retrieving the jewel stolen by him. Proneness towards acquiring name and fame and desire for sensuous enjoyment under the plea of devotion. Number 18, uh, Aristasura, the bull demon, pride arising from indulging in false religious invented by cheaters, which causes neglect of bhakti. Number 19, Kasi demon, the feeling that I am a great devotee and spiritual master. Number 20, Vyomasura, the sky demon, associating with thieves and other rascals and with people who put themselves forward as avatars. Number 21, Trunavatta, the whirlwind demon, the false pride arising from material scholarship which gives rise to bogus philosophies. Bhaktivinoda Thakura says the devotee who worships the holy name should first petition the Lord for the strength to cast out all these unfavorable tendencies and should pray thus before Lord Hari on a daily basis. By doing this regularly, the devotee's heart will eventually become purified. Sri Krishna has killed a number of demons which may arise in the kingdom of the heart. So, in order to destroy these problems, a devotee must cry very humbly before the Lord and admit defeat, then the Lord will nullify all contaminations. Okay, so these are the anarthas that Krishna has killed in the form of the demons in his pastimes that Bhaktivinoda Thakura describes. So Bhaktivinoda Thakura is the guru of Gauri Kishore Dasa Babaji, and he comes as the number 29 in the Guru Parampara, which is mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita Guru Parampara system. And our Srila Prabhupada is the number 32 in that Guru Parampara list. Okay, so this is from the special Vaishnava days and from the events perspective. So we shall quickly move into Srimad Bhagavatam. ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय Hare Krishna. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, so Lord Brahma speaking to Narada Muni about different incarnations, and after that, Brahmana we are explaining about the Krishna's pastimes. So yesterday we have seen how Krishna has rescued Nanda Maharaj from the Varuna Pasha, and then when the after Nanda Maharaj has returned back from the abode of Varuna, so he has explained the wonderful activity of Krishna and how Varuna worshipped Krishna. And then all the Vrindavan people, they have asked Krishna to show the Vaikuntha planets. At that time, later on Krishna thought, and then to show the Goloka Vrindavan. So here Gopa, all the Gopas covered men, they go to the farms and they do lots of labor in the daytime for their livelihood. And then by after that, they come home and they sleep in a very deep sleep. So at the time, during that time, Krishna has taken them to the Goloka Vrindavana and showed them. So Nandam cha mokshati bhayad varunasya pashat gopan bileshu pihitan mayasununa cha ahni aprutam nisi tayanam atishramena lokum vikuntam upanesiti gokulam sma. Lokum Vikuntam Upanesiti Gokulam Sma. So he has showed the Goloka Vrindavan to all the covered men. So that pastime Brahma spoke, and then further today, Brahma is further saying another pastime of Krishna. So he's saying that today is the lifting of the Govardhana hill and how he has protected all the Vrindavana people and all the cows and everyone. For the 7 days, he lifted continuously, just like a small child lifts an umbrella and without any much endeavor, without much difficulty. So, like a playfully, Krishna has lifted likewise, Brahma is saying. We are in the Srimad Bhagavatam, second canto, chapter 7, verse number 32. गोपैर्मके प्रतिहते व्रजविप्लवाय देवे विवर्षति पशून् कृपयारिरक्षुः धत्तो किलीन्द्रिमिव सप्तदिनानि सप्त वर्षो महीध्रमनघ एककरे सलीलम् गोपैः मके प्रतिहते व्रजविप्लवाय गोपैः मके. So by the covered men in the Vrindavana, make pratihate. Make is the offering a sacrifice to the King of Heaven. So at the time, pratihate, and it was hampered by Krishna. Pratihate, so it was stopped. So the sacrifice, Indra's sacrifice was stopped. Gopaihi make pratihate, it was stopped at that time. Vraja Viplavaya, and for devastating the whole existence of the Vrajabhumi, the land of Krishna's pastimes. So Vraja Viplavaya. Deve Abhivarshati, and Deve by the king of heaven, Abhivarshati, having poured down heavy rain on Vrindavana. Deve Abhivarshati, Pashun Krupayari Rakshuhu, and the Pashun, the animals. So Lord is very compassionate towards all the animals and Vrindavana people. Pashun Krupayari Rakshuhu, by causeless mercy upon them, Rirakshuhu, he desired to protect them. And what he did? Datto Chilindrimiva. Datto, he held up the uh, Chilindrimiva, so uprooted like an umbrella. So he held up that Govardhana hill. So that is the, later it comes as a Mahidram is the Govardhana hill. Datto Chilindrimiva Saptadhinani Saptavarsho. Saptadhinani. So he lifted that Govardhana hill for Saptadhinani, 7 days. And Saptavarsho, when at the time Krishna was Saptavarsho, he is only 7 years old. At that time, Krishna was 7 years old, and he lifted just like an umbrella. What he has lifted? Mahidram, the Govardhana hill. So this is Mahidram and Anaga without being tired. Just like very easily, he lifted that one. Just like a Chilindrim Eva, just like an umbrella. Just as an umbrella. Chilindrimiva Anaga Ekakare on just only one hand. Ekakare on one hand only. Salilam is a playfully he has lifted that Govardhana hill. दत्तोचिलेन्द्रमिव सप्तधानि सप्त वर्षो महिद्रमनगा ekakare salilam. So on only one hand he lifted for 7 days when Krishna was of 7 years old. So likewise Brahma is saying Gopai make pradihate vraja viplavaya dheve abhivasyati pashun krupaya rirakshuhu dhatto chilendrimiva sapta danani sapta varsho mahidram anaga ekakare salilam. On one hand he lifted 7 days when Krishna was of 7 years old, that great Govardhana hill, just like a playfully, Salilam. So translation for this was, when the coward men of Vrindavana, under the instruction of Krishna, stopped offering sacrifice to the heavenly king Indra, the whole tract of land known as Vraja was threatened with being washed away by constant heavy rains for 7 days. Lord Krishna, out of his causeless mercy upon the inhabitants of Vraja, held up the hill known as Govardhana with one hand only, although he was only 7 years old. He did this to protect the animals from the onslaught of water. And purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Can I request Gaurangi Mataji to read the purport, please?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Children play with an umbrella, generally known as a frog's umbrella, and the Lord Krishna, when he was only 7 years old, could snatch the great hill known as the Govardhana Parvat at Vrindavana and hold it for 7 days continuously with one hand, just to protect the animals and the inhabitation of Vrindavana from the worth of Indra and heavenly king, who had been denied sacrificial offering by the inhabitation of Vrindavan. Factually, there is no need of offering sacrifice to the demigods for their service if one is engaged in the service of the Supreme Lord. Sacrifice recommended in the Vedic literature for satisfaction of the demigods are sort of in the inducement to the sacrifice to realize the extension of higher authorities. The demigods are engaged by the Lord as controlling details of material affairs, and according to the Bhagavad Gita, when a demigod is worshipped, the process is accepted as the indirect method for worshipping the Supreme Lord. But when the Supreme Lord is worshipped directly, there is no need of worshipping the demigod or offering them sacrifice as recommended in particular circumstance. Lord Krishna therefore advised the inhabitants of Brajabhumi not to offer any sacrifice to the heavenly King Indra, but Indra not knowing Lord Krishna in Brajabhumi was uh, angry at the uh, inhabitation of Brajabhumi and tried to avenge the offense, but competent as the Lord was, he saved the inhabitants and animals of Brajabhumi by his personal angry and proved um, definitely that anyone directly engaged as a devotee of the Supreme Lord need to satisfy any other demigods, however great, even to the level of Brahma or Shiva. This incident uh, definitely proved without a do but Lord Krishna is the personality of Godhead, and that he was so in all um, three circumstances as a child on the lap of his mother, as a boy 7 years old, and as an old man of 125 years of age. In either case, he was never on the level of the ordinary man, and even in his uh, advanced age, he appointed a young boy 16 years old. And these are the particular uh, future of the uh, transcendental body of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare
There's a
Krishna.
lot of mistakes for my reading, Prabhuji. Sorry about that.
Thank you, Mataji. You have read nicely and beautifully. Very nice. Thank you so much, Mataji. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So here in this purport, Prabhupada is explaining about the again Krishna's pastime. So Krishna has lived at the Golden Hill for 7 days, and Krishna made all these Vrindavan people to make them to stop the sacrifice to the demigods. And immediately Indra got angry, and he has poured down all the waters on them. It is not required, Krishna says that not to require kamastaitarjnanaha prapadhyanti anya devataha tam tam nimam astaya prakritya nita swaya. When the people are worshipping different demigods, prapadhyanti anya devataha, and they will be conditioned by the material nature. So Krishna says that you should not, otherwise it is avidhi purvakam. You are worshipping Krishna indirectly, so that is not required. And one has to directly worship only Krishna. And whoever directly come under Krishna, they do not have to worry about anything. Like Krishna is protecting Vrindavana people directly here. So that is Kaunte Prajanihi Name Bhakta Pranasyati. If Krishna gives protection, no one will be vanquished. If Krishna wants to kill anyone, no one can give protection. So this is up to the level of Lord Brahma or Vishnu. So this is what Prabhupada is saying. So that is this, and also Krishna's bodily features are he is always in the same potency. He is, and also Prabhupada mentioning comparing when he was in the on the lap of his mother, or in 7 years old, or in the 21, 25 years of age. In all times and circumstances, he is supreme personality of Godhead, and he is always young here. Prabhupada. Even though he is in the old age, he is like a young boy. That is the features of the transcendental body of the Lord. So likewise, Prabhupada is mentioning here. Okay, so that is the ultimate thing. So even while leaving the body, Antakale Chibameva, so we remember only Krishna, which is only the entrance to the spiritual world. At that time, we do not have to remember about all these family things and material things, all these all money, properties, children, nothing to worry about. They will come automatically and go. One has to remember only Krishna. So that's why Krishna is advising us to always tasma sarveshu kaleshu ma manusmarijya mayarpita manobuddhe mam yevaishasi asamsayah. So for this, Krishna performed so many activities, wonderful activities. So here Brahma is saying this pastime. Gopaihi make pratihade vrajaviplavaya deve abhivarshati pashun krupaya ridakshuhu dhatto chilendrimiva sapta dhinani sapta varsho mahidhram anaga ekakare salilam. Okay, that is from Srimad Bhagavatam. We shall quickly move to Srila Prabhupada's daily letter. Saturday letter to Mother Dvisha, April 14th, 1970, Los Angeles. Can I request any unallocated devotees to read this letter, please? Radha Sekha Mataji, would you like to read?
Yeah, okay. My dear Madhu Visha, please accept my blessings. I beg to thank you very much for your descriptive letter dated 6 April 1970, introducing a new chapter in the history of your country. Lord Chaitanya's birthday ceremony, publicly demonstrated. Please try to serve the foretelling of Lord Chaitanya in this way. And as you write to say that 5,000 people danced without being requested, this is a genuine proof about the authenticity of Krishna consciousness movement. My students who are so kindly cooperating with me, if they rigidly stick to the routine work chalked out by me, namely chanting the prescribed rounds, observing regulative principles, attending temple lectures, and going out with Sankirtan party, then without fail, our movement will go ahead. I understand from the letter of Bahulasva, as well as from your letter, that police and public both have approached this transcendental procession. The general public of Berkeley had a bitter experience that whenever there was a large gathering like this, inevitably there was political upheaval, protest, and window breaking, and a general havoc. But this unique procession has convinced them that our men are very nice and they can organize a great crowd without any violence. That is a fact. If people actually want peace and tranquility, they must support this movement wholeheartedly, and we shall execute our prescribed duties very seriously and sincerely. In this way, if we are given a chance, I am sure we will enact a new chapter in the history of the Western world. Please, therefore, always pray to Krishna to give you strength and protection and go on with your duty straightforward. I am so pleased to learn that the crowd gave their attention to your street party. This is a transcendental entertainment. And to distribute prasadam scrumptiously to the crowd is strictly in our Vedic tradition. Now, the police have given you permission for continuing the program of festivals throughout the summer. As so, you get this permission positively. That will serve our purpose in many ways. If the people do not put any hindrance to our routine work, surely we will be able to render a great service to the state. Another thing, whether Lord Das can make a nice statue for placing in the sanctuary of this place. If he can, please send him immediately to do so. It is very encouraging to learn that you are so enthusiastic to sell back to Godhead. I consider sale of Back to Godhead so valuable because in the beginning I worked for Back to Godhead day and night alone in India. I still remember the hardship for pushing on this BTG in the beginning when I was a householder. when I was a householder, I did not care if somebody paid or not paid. I used to distribute liberally. But when I left my household life, I was living alone, sometimes in Vrindavan and sometimes in Delhi, or sometimes traveling for pushing on BTG. They were very hard days. Therefore, when BTG will be published, not in the hundreds of thousands, but in the millions, that will give me great solace. Please offer my blessings to Uttama Shloka and his new wife. He is a very good devotee. May Krishna bless them to work together happily for their mutual advancement in Krishna consciousness. I am so glad to know that your three centers have nicely cooperated jointly to celebrate this festival. Please offer my blessings to all the boys and girls there. Hope this will meet you in good health. Your ever well wisher, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada.
Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you, Mataji. Any takeaway points, Mataji, from this letter?
Just go back to the top. So obviously, Srila Prabhupada is really happy that Lord Chaitanya's birthday is being celebrated, and also that the Sankirtan movement is so powerful that it's being guided by Lord Chaitanya, because all these people, how can they otherwise be dancing in peace? Normally, when he says when there's big move, like big crowds, there's normally violence, but in Lord Chaitanya's case that doesn't happen because it's peaceful. And then he's also again reminding us to chant our rounds and observe regulative principles, attend temple lectures, and go to Sankirtan party. Then will be, because obviously we need the potency to go out and do that. And then so he's obviously speaking about that if we want peace, this is the only thing that will give us peace and tranquility. And we have to pray to Krishna for our strength and protection as well. And we have to carry out our deeds in an honest, straightforward way. And he's also saying to distribute prasadam to crowds, because that's Vaishnava culture. And in this way, we are providing a great service to the state. And then he's also talking about how difficult it was for him to, especially after he took sannyas, how difficult it was in India for him to even sell like one copy of Back to Godhead. So the fact that it's being distributed vastly, he's always going to be pleased, because this is what he started with, and he found it so difficult. And when he was in householder life, he didn't really think that much of it, because obviously he probably had money coming in, etc. But then in sannyas life, Krishna probably tested him, and he, he had to really work hard to get this, get people to actually buy these magazines. So he's obviously very pleased when these copies are sold. Yeah. And it gives him great solace. So every time, we support this cause of Krishna's transcendental message being passed, this gives Srila Prabhupada happiness. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, Mataji, for kindly reading and explaining. Okay, so Prabhupada is mentioning what will give pleasure to him. I'm mentioning here. Maybe some takeaway points for many of the devotees. Thank you so much, Mataji. Any other points, dear devotees, you wanted to add to this letter?
Yeah, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Yeah, I just said about BTG, mentioned about BTG, that how hard, yes.
Yes, so during the renounced time, so they don't get any money earnings, they don't work and they don't get money. During the household, they work, and at the time, Prabhupada was not caring about if someone pays or not. That is all right, Prabhupada, he gets somewhere or other some income. But
How he struggled like at that time.
yeah, Okay, thank you so much, Mataji. Any other points?
Yeah. So like for everybody, how he has worked hard and to going Vrindavan to here and like different places. And how hard days he is like for him at that time.
Yes, Mataji.
There was one story where Srila Prabhupada waited outside someone's householder's house in Delhi for like, I don't know, one whole day because they said they were going to give him like 5 rupees. And he waited in the heat just for that 5 rupees. And obviously, he wanted to give the knowledge, but just the pain of him struggling on his own as well. Like, it's, you know, nobody helped him. Nobody took it seriously. Nobody, I think that's really deep. Like,
Yes. Thank you, Mataji. So that is in this material world, everyone will expect something in return. When there is nothing is explaining and they're trying to uh, give Krishna consciousness, which would stop their materialistic activities, or they'll think in such a way. That is the understanding of material world. So they think once we are retired from the work, then we'll go there. By the time all of their energy, time, it is lost, which doesn't come with them at the end of their life. Okay, so Prabhupada was trying to give that knowledge. Thank you so much, Mataji. So these are the hard times. Any other updates, dear devotees, you wanted to add? Okay, so that is from Srila Prabhupada's letter. And as a Vaishnava, one has to distribute the prasadam, sometimes lead to the crowd, strictly in our Vedic tradition. So this is one point Prabhupada is mentioning. It is also my takeaway. Okay, and from the updates point of view, so today evening, we have got teachings of Lord Chaitanya by Vipin Vihardas Prabhuji at 8 p.m. So, Meena Mataji, you got something sorted out this evening to host the session?
Radhika Mataji is agree. I think she says she will host.
Yes, thank you, Mataji. Thank you so much, Radha Sevika Mataji. So, you're doing wonderful service in hosting the sessions.
for all your mercy.
Hare Krishna, it is Prabhupada's mercy coming towards you. Okay, so this whenever there is a little service, it is a good opportunity to grab it. Okay, so here without much endeavor, you give your time. That is what mainly. So if we take time is in other way, Krishna gave this many number of years you live on this earth to fulfill your desires. At the same time, you come back to me. But out of those time, out of those many number of days or years, if we give 60 hours to Krishna, that is our service. Thank you so much, Mataji, for that service. Okay, and tomorrow is our preaching session with Jafna Kanya Mataji at 8 p.m. tomorrow evening. So these are upcoming events. And dear devotees, if you have got any other updates or you wanted to share anything on Krishna consciousness, kindly share.
Just, I just want to share that obviously it's Bhaktivinoda Thakur Maharaj's appearance day today, and we should really take like as much nectar from that. Like, he's such a special soul, and he's given us so much as well.
Yes, Mataji. Teachings of our Acharyas, Bhaktivinoda Thakur has given so many poems and songs, and that is the philosophy in an understandable way. Okay,
He's
so thank
given
you.
us the teachings of Lord Chaitanya. He's told us where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was born. Very special. We wouldn't, there's so much because of him we have. Everybody knows who Krishna is, but nobody really knew who Lord Chaitanya was. Because of him we have so much more nectar and in this beautiful way of Lord Chaitanya.
Yes. Okay, thank you so much, Mataji. That is Bhaktivinoda Thakur's Parents' Day and fasting until afternoon to showing our gratitude to the Acharyas. Okay, so that is from the updates perspective. So if you're all happy, we shall conclude and continue with further japa. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनन्तकोटिवैष्णववृन्द की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। हरे कृष्ण।